This is our Ask Me Anything segment where I give Gerald a work-related question and he'll help us. So strap in, we're going to get some good advice. Gerald, have you ever had a micromanaging boss? Because what if I have one? How should I deal with this person? I want to know, are there any hot tips?
Wow. I think micromanaging bosses, that is a whole topic by itself. I think it's, we all have had such encounters before. And I think really it's about work styles, really understanding how the work styles of everyone helps us to understand how to work better with each other. And when we have to work with micromanagers, I think that's where we have our work cut out for us. We really must know how to manage and how to view the situation maybe quite differently.
Yeah,
for
I mean, you
micromanagers.
say you have your work cut out for us. I already have a lot of work. Then now I have to I have to manage a micromanaging, boss. Why do people even micromanage in the first place?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of control. So micromanaging is usually there's this strong need for control, and it comes out as very excessive attention to detail.
Okay, which is good, right? Excessive attention to detail.
Yeah, I mean, but when you're working with someone who's maybe needs that space or the autonomy or the flexibility to do things, then sometimes it clashes the styles lah. So it could also be coming from a place of a need for perfection, very high need for a sense of excellence, and this maybe irrational fear of failure.
Okay.
Right? So sometimes it's not so healthy. I think we all can say that if today micromanaging is there are healthy levels of it, and sometimes there are maybe not so healthy levels of it.
Okay, so what is a healthy level of micromanaging?
So like for example, having standards, communicating standards, and then building the team up to work towards those standards is great. But when it becomes unhealthy, it could look like that when someone's not performing in the team, you double down on the sense of control, just so that you make sure that the result is hopefully positive. It could even spiral down to totally doing everything yourself. So that's where it becomes a trust issue, control issue, because you don't trust your team anymore. You're doing all the work yourself. You're pulling all the late nighters, working over weekends, not being collaborative with your team lah. While this is punishing to yourself, your team feels left out, and they can't do their job as well, so they can't contribute. So this is really one of the very dire forms of micromanaging lah.
Is it possible that micromanagers, I call them micromanagers, is it possible that micromanagers see it as, I don't want my team to work so hard, and because I'm leading the team, maybe I'm getting paid more than them, I should be doing more work. So, maybe that's why I choose to be a micromanager.
Wow.
They don't even see that,
Wow. I don't know whether this person really, whether there's anybody who really think that way, that they don't mind to do more work for the same pay lah. Yeah, but I do feel like a lot of times from micromanagers, they may not know that they're micromanaging. They may think that their management style is good, it's practical, it gets the results. Maybe in some companies, they even like such management styles.
Yeah.
They say like, you always, if you micromanage, you get the results. Right, you're reliable. So maybe it's also advocated or rather honored on some of these work styles. There are companies that are like that, their cultures are like that. So it can be seen as a good thing, but I think in the long run, it might not be healthy. Yeah.
So if I have a micromanager, how do I manage them then? I mean, are there sort of tips or steps you can help me with?
Yeah, but I think if today you have a micromanager, communication is really important. You need to reassure your manager a little bit more about your areas of work. You need to reassure your manager that you can deliver on time, and also maybe communicate that what you need to be successful. Instead of saying, get off my back, you might want to say like, I need, you to stop. I need more time to think through some of the work that's given, and I will only come to you like maybe a week later. I can't give you updates every day. For example, if today the micromanaging boss is asking for daily updates, right? So I think trying to broker for that space can be quite healthy. And then the manager, if they feel like, okay, based on our work relationship, I can trust you, and this is what you need to be successful, let's give it a go. I think then that's where it can be good. But of course, there are times that it's not possible. The micromanager says no, it has to be this way.
Yes. Then
And
how?
because everybody is doing it this way, so you have to do it this way. So then I think in that case, you really might have to say that working with someone like that could be really difficult. You might want to consider maybe other options. If today this is affecting you a lot,
Oh, so
right.
quit.
all right, maybe quit or look for something else, but only if this is affecting you a lot,
Okay.
right? Because I do believe all of us, we have that buffer of flexibility where we can kind of flex ourselves either way. We can adapt ourselves to a certain extent. So you want to see how much of an extent can you fit this kind of working styles, right? And maybe give that person a chance. Maybe it's no for now, but slowly as you build your credibility, and you build a track record, this person will get to know you, get to understand you, and know that you're on their team. You're not out to also help them to succeed, because remember, they have this need for control and excellence, right? I think if they know that you are on the same team as them, that you want the same things, over time they might be willing to let go of certain parts so that the relationship can better.
And also I also have one hot tip as well. Over communicate. So it's almost like before you ask me if the job is done, I tell you, oh, by the way, I did this already, so this is done. So it gives them, I feel like, because you're telling me, the sense of control is very high for them.
Yes.
Allows them to go, okay, I know now that this is done and I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Cool. Well, like you say, if you can't handle your micromanaging boss and it's getting too difficult for you, go out and find another boss.
I think that's really the last option, because we don't want people to live like that. But, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Well, we hope you found this conversation helpful to you. Let us know if you have any feedback. Again, we're on our usual CNA social channels, or you can leave a comment on Spotify. Remember to send us your burning question for Gerald, and I'll help you ask them. This is Tiffany.
And I'm Gerald, wishing you a good work week ahead.